This is Dr. Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. We're going to do life together. Hey, good evening, good night, hello, and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Dr. Tongie. And I don't know about you, but I am so excited right now. I'm about to jump out of this suit. Why am I so excited? One, because we made it, man. Everything that we had to go through today, we made it. We didn't give up. And if you feel like giving up, then you tuned into the right show. How about that? I am your friend on this show. You know me as Dr. Tongie, but I'm Tongie. And it's a show that I love doing, the Talk to Tongie show, because it gives me an opportunity to go into every neck of the woods and see some amazing people that are doing some amazing things and people that just didn't give up. So, you know how we like to do it. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, because I am well aware that you could have watched any show that you really wanted to, but for you to say, you know what, I'm going to give this woman a chance. I'm excited about it, and I do not take it lightly or for granted. I do not. Today, I got an opportunity to go into my amazing community, Ancillary, and you're talking about some wonderful people. Oh boy, I should have wrote everybody's name down and I didn't. So forgive me if you're watching and I told you I was going to call your name. Honey, you're in my heart. Please know that. But everyone that I had an opportunity to say hello to and to say how much I love you and thank you so much for supporting the show was so beautiful and so wonderful. And I'm just excited. I really am. You have given me some oomph, as my mama would say, to kind of push myself on, right? Now, coming up on the show tonight, we've got an amazing soul. Now, I'm going to try to get through this show without crying. So if I cry, cry with me. Because when you hear his story of triumph and the tribulations that he had to go through, and he still got up and made, as my mama would say from Mississippi, you better be watching too, made something of himself. He understands that to whom much is given, much is required, and he lives his life from the inside out. You'll get to hear more about him in just a few minutes, so tune in. Lock in, go on and get your favorite beverage and your popcorn or whatever it is that you like to get when you're watching this show, because it's a treat for you. It really is a treat. Now, here's what I want you to remember throughout the show. I want you to be actively engaged with me, with us. You can check us out on WhatsApp right now, okay? There's a number that will be on the screen. I did not write it down, so forgive me. But it's going to be on the screen, and you can call in and make your contributions. The community that we have fostered here at Talk to Tongie is a community of love. It's one of respect. It's one that we uplift and we motivate one another. There are no big I's and little U's on this show. It's all of us rolling up our sleeves and becoming our brother's keepers. Because after all, that is what we're commissioned to do, right? To love. And that's what we do on this show. So you're always going to get something that's going to be positive. You hear me? Always. The world is full of people who have opinions, people who want to make life hard and difficult for other folk. We ain't got no time for that. We don't know how much time we got down here on this thing called life. So we be kind to one another and we love each other. All right? And if you ain't got nothing good to say, you just scroll on. It's all right. Nobody's going to get angry if you scroll on. But when you're here, I want you to feel like family. I want you to feel like you matter, because you really, really do. You do. God interrupted my time in Los Angeles. I'm just minding my own business. And he sends me to an amazing country called Saint Lucia. A country where people love one another. A country where if a person sees that their brothers need help, they help them. And it blew my mind, man, to see that. I'm like, what? So here I am. You know my story. And if this is your first time watching the show, then you're in for a treat, because I'm going to give you my story. A story that you guys have, or shall I say we now, because it's my St. Lucia too. We have everything we need to be as successful as we really want to be. And when you understand what success really does mean, it doesn't mean how big your house is, don't mean your big car or what's in your bank account. Success means doing exactly what you were born to do. Whatever that is, coupled with passion, faith, and belief, you can do anything you put your mind to. I'm a living witness. This year, I'll celebrate my 33rd year of being cancer-free. That's why I smile. I got a reason to smile, right? Yeah, man. So with all of that, I pray that you start where you are, and that after you hear this amazing story from this, oh my God, incredible soul, that you too will say, you know what? I've got to get in life. I got to roll up my sleeves and become the change that I need to see. We all can do it. Doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter where you live or how your life has been up to this point tonight. You've got a purpose. Roll up your sleeves. Write your vision. Give it up to him and ask him to bless it. And he will. Just look at me. I get to live my life. I do. I get to live the dream that I've dreamed about for so long, right? Whenever you have a testimony and you can go back and tell somebody what he's done for you and that he can do it for them too, then you're right where you need to be. So don't forget, we're going to hang out. We're going to do life together right here on this show tonight. All right? So right after this quick break, we're going to come with a gentleman that you guys probably already know. But when I tell you that I love him like a son, I do. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to come back with my very special guest. I love you. Be right back.
I want to show you something.
Miss Tongie is one of the most amazing people I have ever met in my entire life. She is someone that I would consider to be a mentor, a spiritual mother, a confidant, a family, dear family friend. And I am so blessed to have her in my life. She is someone that I could call on during my hardest moments of life. and she'd pray for me and support me all the way through. And also someone who taught me how to cherish the good moments that come with life. And I just thank God every day that I have her and I can call on her. She truly is a blessing to this world.
This is Dr. Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Dr. Tongie. We're going to do life together. And we are back. Man, I'm so busy trying to answer folk on Facebook Live. Like I forgot my cue. I want to send a shout out to my very own beautiful love, Tisha. Hi, Tish. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, cousin Gwendolyn O'Neill Banks in the house. Thank you so very much for watching. I'm so grateful that you guys took time out of your real busy schedules to, kind of hang and kick it with us this evening. Thank you. I do not take it lightly or for granted. And for those who may be watching and hadn't logged on just yet, you got time, all right? All right, let's get down to what you came here for. What do you say to a man who has a litany of accolades? And I wrote them down just to kind of, so I wouldn't be all over the place. He's an avid runner. Second degree black belt. Did I tell that? He actually qualified for the Olympics.
It was a competition.
He's gonna get me. See, that's what happens when you do live shows. Anyway, without further ado, my dear friend, son, and a massage therapist out of this world, none other than Mr. Julian Toussaint. Did I say that right?
Yes, correct.
Welcome to the show, man. Can you tell I'm excited about your being here?
Thank you.
Now he's trying to be all cool. Come on, man. You with family now. So, Julian, I asked this proverbial question to everyone who comes to the studio, and I ask, be on this show. How did you get here? Do not tell me by water taxi. Do not tell me with your truck. I want to know, man, because there's so many layers to you. How did you get here?
How did I get here?
Yeah.
To where I am right now?
Yes, sir.
Well, the story begins from childhood.
All right.
My childhood stemmed from the village of Choiseul. This is where I was born.
I've been to Choiseul before.
Right. So, coming from a family of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the third out of the 5.
Okay.
And growing up was a bit of a challenge.
For sure.
I had a very happy childhood.
Yeah? What was your childhood like?
Going to the river.
Yeah.
Climbing the mountains.
Oh my God.
Fishing.
Yeah.
Going swimming.
Just having fun, man.
Just living. Just living life.
Right.
Just enjoying life.
Wow.
And but throughout, something happened in my life that's changed me around.
Okay.
And I had a transition from Choiseul to Castries.
Okay.
All right. Now, this all started. I was at the market with my grandmother.
Okay.
Selling, cold pots or plums. I think it was something like that. I was about 8 years old.
Aye.
And this lady came to talk to my grandmother and said to her, "This child should be in school."
Huh. You're 8 years old at the time.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. And she said, "This child should be in school." I did not know who she was.
Okay.
And she said to my grandmother to tell his mother to send him to me by Monday. If not, I will come for him.
Okay.
I still didn't know who she was.
Wow.
And then afterwards, I knew it was my dad's mom, my other grandmother.
Really?
Yeah. So This
Oh
is
my
where this is where it all
gosh.
started.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I was already misbehaving in school. You know, school was a challenge for me.
Okay.
Back then. I was at the age of 8 where I literally didn't know anything. I couldn't read nor write.
At 8 years old.
Yeah, 8 years old.
Okay.
You know, my mom sent me to school every day. I go to school every day, but I didn't necessarily go to school.
I got you. Now, for those who are watching, he is not advocating that you skip school. You go to school. You hear me? But for you, it was totally different.
Yeah, I mean, the challenges was that, you know, you go to school and you don't have certain things. You don't have the tools, the necessary tools that you have
for sure
for you to perform.
Right.
And as a child, I didn't really like. I liked school just for fun. Mom would give us an exercise book and half a pencil.
Yeah.
And I would use the exercise book to, you know, to make planes, you know, little cowboys and, you know, guns and stuff like that, you know. And I lose the pencil, you know, so I had nothing to really partake in school. You know, so sometimes I was just trying to get a point of pencil between the crack of the wood, you know, just to be able to write with, because I don't have any pencil.
Oh, come on.
I used to ask friends for, you know, a page in the book.
For sure.
Just to be able to try to write some stuff, but that wasn't working. But the thing is, I got demotivated because the teachers were not all, you know, accommodating because of my ability, my disability.
Okay, now when you say disability, are you meaning your dislike for or disdain for school, or you literally had a disability?
Let's say disability. I'm not really disabled in any form whatsoever. It's just the fact that I wasn't learning anything. I don't know how it was not sticking in my brain, in my head. So I was just literally just not picking up anything.
Now, you mentioned once that your first language, and I did not know this, but your first language is not English, or was not English.
No.
What was your first language?
Patois.
Patois. I wish I knew some patois. So therein lies the communication, the miscommunication then.
Yeah, I mean, they taught us English.
Okay.
But I just couldn't understand. I mean,
gotcha.
Literally the only thing I knew in English was my name. I knew everything else in Creole.
Yeah.
Everything. I would have a full-on conversation with you in Creole as a child.
Wow.
Up to now, I could still do it.
Oh, I believe you can.
Yeah, I mean, and that I just never got interested in school, you know. So when I said I wasn't going to school, I mean, the teachers used to scold you for various reasons, you know, and I got tired of it.
For sure.
You know, so I was kind of like living home, going to school, but not reaching the school. So I would stay near the school. I would climb up a tree, a mango tree.
Oh, come
on. And wait for the bells to ring. You know, you have the first bell recess, second bell lunch, third bell time to go home. And I would go home and tell my mom I went to school. But I remember this happened for 2 weeks. And until I realized I was missing in the school. So teacher had to call my mother with myself. And I had to explain why I'm not coming to school.
So what does an 8-year-old, 8-year-olds, right?
Yeah, I was 8 years old.
What does an 8-year-old tell his mama as to why? You send me to school, mama, but I ain't going.
I mean, I was in the bush.
You were in the bush.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to explain to her that it was, you know, I was being scolded for the reasons that I was not comprehending what was being taught at the time.
Oh my
God!
God!
So I didn't have the tools really and truly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my mom didn't have much.
For sure.
You know, so it didn't. I just was like, you know what, I'm not coming here to be scolded. You know, I could be doing something better off.
For sure.
Sitting in a tree was fun, you know, by myself.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, doing this for a period of time, it was kind of like having your own thoughts.
For sure.
I mean, I remember one time it rained on me.
While you're in the mango tree, right?
It rained on me. So within that time, well, when they found out that I was not really going to school.
For sure.
This is around the same time that my grandmother had asked for me to come to Castries.
Wow.
But my mom tried to get me to go back to school.
Okay.
But I would go near the school and I would cry my eyeballs off.
Jeez.
I didn't want to go back there. I was traumatized.
You were really traumatized. So
yeah, I didn't want to go back there.
you had, in conjunction with the language barrier, I don't want to speak for you, but maybe teachers that weren't sensitive to what that
Well,
need
I don't know if
was.
they were sensitive or not. I mean, if you take time to understand the students in your
Come on.
class, then you will know what they're very much capable of.
All right.
I would say probably I was capable, but my head was not in the right place at
Yeah,
the
it wasn't
time.
in the right
you know,
place.
I mean, a child, what a child does, you know,
Right.
play around, and, you know, have fun.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But being due to the fact that you don't have certain means, it kind of puts you in a position where you cannot. You know, you want to, but you just cannot.
For sure.
Because you don't have the necessary
You don't have the
tools for you to
necessary.
move forward.
Absolutely.
So I would keep myself
Absolutely.
back away from certain situations because
Oh,
I didn't have
baby.
it. Like, you
Wow.
know, yeah.
So, moving forward, and you're able to grasp that need of the importance of being in school. When did it shift for you?
Well, in 1986, that's when I was sent to Castries. I didn't come to Castries the same Monday she asked, but I got
Okay,
there. You know.
okay.
My mom packed me a little suitcase, you know. Yeah, and she sent me off.
Oh yeah.
It's actually one of the hardest times in my life, you know.
Yeah.
I had 3 brothers, separating from them in a childhood was hard.
For sure.
It was hard.
Absolutely.
Where I went to my grandmother's house, it was like only adults. I was the only child there, you know.
Oh, wow.
I had no one to play with, anything of that sort, you know. It was really like, you know, kind of really military style.
I got
like,
you.
you know, you're strict.
For sure.
This is grandma.
She wasn't playing the radio, was she?
No, she's not. She's real strict.
Wow.
So I got enrolled in a school called Mondodo Combined School.
Okay.
And yeah, I turned 9 in that September. So again, this is a new environment to me altogether.
Yeah.
I can't speak any English. I don't know anything whatsoever in English. And I would sit I would sit in the class and try to grab. I just can't.
You couldn't. No.
You know. So what helped me? I mean, my aunts and uncles and my grandmother, my grandfather. You know,
Yes.
extended family.
Yes.
They were my soldiers.
Amen.
Yeah, they were drilling in my head every day. You know, I was just in my head, in my head. You know, they would ask me like picture books, like phonic books, and they would ask me what describe the picture for them.
Oh wow.
I would say it in Creole.
In Creole.
Yeah, I mean a typical example. It was like a bat.
Okay.
And I said solsui.
So sweet.
Solsui is a bat. You know,
Okay.
flying bat.
Oh, flying bat.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So in saying that, then she said to me, no. I said, she said it's a bat. I said, well, I know bat is for ball.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know bat.
Okay.
You know, so then she explained to me the differences.
For sure.
You know, and that's where I started my journey.
Yeah, man.
My journey started from there.
Wow. Wow.
And they homeschooled me every day.
Right.
You know, I would go to school and I would like, you know, try to copy on you know, my friends because I don't know.
Still
you know.
not.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
comprehending it.
it took me it took me approximately about a year to really
Wow.
get into, you know,
Yeah.
when I really started getting the knack of it.
Yeah.
I was like a sponge. I was
All
like,
right
you know,
now.
grasping.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is those same students that were helping me,
For sure.
I in turn was helping them out now.
Okay. How about that?
You know, I mean, the challenge it was a great challenge because I would be in the principal's office every day.
For sure.
I would fight in the class all the time
Hey,
because they would call me country bookie.
country bookie. Okay. How dare them?
And
Ouch.
I can't speak any English to tell the teacher that they're
Yeah.
bothering me. So
Yeah.
I mean, they would tease me, and I would stand up in the class, pardon me, but I start a fight, you
Oh
know,
my
in the middle of the
gosh.
class because I just couldn't take it.
Absolutely.
They were really tormenting me.
For sure.
It was a really hard transition every day.
Every day.
You know, until I gained my respects from them, and they all became my friends.
I love it. I absolutely love
they all became my friends, and gradually things changed and changed and changed and changed, and I became literal. I became literated. I mean, I was able to read.
Come on.
I was able to. Writing was a little challenge,
for sure,
but it came along gradually. Gradually, I started all over again. From what a child would have known at the age of maybe 2, 3.
Yeah.
I'm a 9-year-old boy and I'm doing this.
Sounds like we've got a caller. How about that? Hold on 1 second. Do we have a caller? Hello? All right. I thought we had one. Maybe he'll call back or she'll call back. But you were able to literally, you said something that makes so much sense. I became free.
Yeah.
Freedom is so powerful for a little person who's having difficulties in school, but it wasn't your fault. It was the miscommunication. And oftentimes we will, especially us adults, we've got to be very careful with babies, and I say babies that come to us for that nurturing. We got to make sure that we're nurturing our babies. We really do. So to all of the teachers that are gamefully and actively rolling up their sleeves every day and making a difference in the lives of so many little people, thank you so very much. You don't get celebrated enough. I think we ought to do something for teachers. How about that?
Yeah.
But getting back to what you were saying, because the crux of what you're saying is you just didn't quit.
No, I mean, quitting was not an option.
Yeah.
Quitting was never an option for me, you know. I mean, it's almost like when I first transitioned from the country to the city.
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to be there.
Uh-huh.
I would go for summer vacations to my mom, and I don't want to go back.
Oh,
you
wow.
know, I wouldn't want to go back. You
Really?
know? And my mom said to me, it's for your own good.
It's for your own good.
Do it for your own. It's for you, please.
Yeah.
She begged me, and I said, okay. You know, I came up, and then my mindset changed a bit. You know,
for sure.
And I mean, I was in a very loving household.
For sure.
I mean,
for sure.
everybody was there with me. You know, trying to help me out. You know, because it was like a challenge for themselves to transform this young boy into something that you know they want him to be someday, which is what
saw
he is
it.
right now.
That's something. God gave you the right family that could pull out of you potential. They saw potential. Untapped capacity is potential. And that's what, man, that's what you did.
Yeah. And then, you know, I did through my exam, I went through the CPA exam, which at the time we call it common entrance.
Okay.
But I didn't succeed well enough to go to those high schools they were, you know.
Okay.
So what it was, there was a senior primary school.
Okay.
So many persons may not know about it, but it's called Rock Hall.
Rock Hall.
Yeah, Rock Hall.
Okay.
And I spent 2 years there.
Okay.
And what really caught me about this school is the motto. It says Rock of Determination, Hall of Success.
Come on.
Yes. And that school taught me a lot.
Yeah.
You know. And after the 2 years, I wrote an exam called Common Middle Exam. It's almost like common CPA, you know, like redoing it. And at that level, I was able to succeed to a proper high school now.
Come on.
Called Leon Hess Comprehensive.
Okay.
So my base was from Rock Hall.
Right.
Yes, that was my base there. And we transitioned to Leon Hess Comprehensive. I spent 3 years there at the comprehensive school. I mean, I was doing good. Everything was fine, and I was in. You know, you wouldn't have thought that was me. That was like this a few years ago, and here I am today.
Wow,
doing this.
Look at that.
Yeah. And I graduated from Leon Hess Comprehensive in 1996.
Okay.
And my grandmother was able to come to my graduation.
Oh.
You know, and you know, that day it was a very special day for me. There was a friend, a lady who kind of mentored me.
Okay.
Every time I used to go to do my projects, she would counsel me, talk to me, you know, and help me out and everything. And that day she sent me a photographer.
Oh, come on.
Yes, to take photos for me, because she was like a mother to me.
Yeah.
And I still have those. I'm very thankful for those photos, and I have those photos up to the like today. Or else I wouldn't have had any photos of my graduation.
Oh, come on.
So she sent the photographer just to take photos of me.
What?
At the graduation, because we didn't have any cameras or anything at that time.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I got those photos, and throughout my graduation, I received 2 awards. You know,
Really?
for the 3-year period that I was there. I was able to gain 2 awards.
Come on.
You know, I was very, you know, she was very proud of me to see me from the little boy she took to see him on the stage.
Yeah.
You know, picking up his certificates and awards. One was for prefect. I was the prefect of the year.
Okay.
So, in other words, I'm taking care of the classes, all the classes. In
So
the
no
school.
more fighting.
You know, I used to walk to school every day. You know, I used to walk like about 5 miles to get to school every day. You know, and I had to get there before my students, so it was a task.
Yeah.
You know, so but I embraced it.
Okay.
And I embraced it. That's why I'm a good runner today. You know.
We're gonna get into that running, man.
You
Can
know,
he run?
Yeah. And
wow.
yes, after a graduation, you know, I felt proud of myself.
You should have.
You know, after accomplishing that milestone. And then from there, I went to the work world.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Julian, you've said a mouthful. I'm trying to unpack all of this. I get it now. You know, the soul of the man, the mind, the will, and your emotions. I get it now. That encompasses everything that you've had to experience. I am so sorry that you were with some, I like to call them, I'll be kind on this show. It's a family show. for those who did not give you what you were in need of. I am sorry for that, but I'm so grateful for those who really said, you know what, you're going to do this, you're not going to quit. And you had that environment, that tribe that said, we love you. We understand the sacrifices you're making as a child, you know, leaving your sisters, your brothers, your family, that what you knew, to go to something that's the unknown. And oftentimes in life, especially for a child, that can be, you said it yourself, so traumatizing. But for you to literally get through that, thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Look at him smile. We've got Kim Falcher in the house, and she says, this journey built you, and you are where you are because of it. We give God thanks, irrespective of it all. How about that? Thank you, ma'am. Another one says, proud of you. That's Curvy Joseph. You know Curvy?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so very much. Another person, Amy. Oh boy, did I mess that up? She says, so proud of you, Juju. How about that? Miss Barbara Augustine is in the house. Thank you, Miss Barbara. I love you. And she says here, always a pleasure listening to you. How about that? Thank you, Miss Barbara. Cousin Gwendolyn O'Neill Banks says, good show. You better say that now. I'm just joshing. So we're going now, and you've gotten through that, and now adulthood sets in.
Yeah.
What does that look like for a man at 8 years old, had to go through what he went through as a child, and now he has that title, man?
Yeah. Well, I mean, from high school.
Yeah.
So I went through the work world.
Okay.
I became a tour guide. Well,
Really?
actually, one of my aunts, she was a tour guide supervisor. And
Uh-huh.
again, the same way she trained me at home,
Yeah.
she trained me to be a tour guide.
I love it.
And then I picked it up like that.
But of
you know,
course.
it was like almost next to nature for me.
I mean, come
So
on, man. You used to climb mango trees. Come on.
So
Who wouldn't like tourism?
I did it my way. I was very into it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. and we taught persons, to souffle on buses, as guests coming to tourists coming to Saint Lucia and so forth. So I spent with that company. I spent maybe about a year and a half. Then I got a job offer at another company.
Okay.
Because they knew of my work, so I transferred to that other company.
Yeah.
And then in that department, I spent about maybe 1 year in that department, and then I moved to another department, which was more of a hospitality, more of a sales individual.
I can see that.
And then I spent a few years there. And then from there, I realized that I needed to earn a career, a profession.
Okay.
That's where I realized that I need, to myself, if I were to be out of a job tomorrow, I don't have anything to fall back onto.
Wow. Now, right there. Yeah. We're going to slow it down just a little bit because now you're speaking my language. But every job I had, I got fired from. Everybody fired me. Dadgummit, shame on you. But for you to know that it's time now for me to make a living out of this, please stay tuned. We got to take a break. My producer is saying it's break time, dadgummit. But he's here, and I'm so glad he's here. Hey, Kendrick. Stay tuned. We'll be right back because we're going to unpack how do you know when the job that you're doing has come to an end and it has served you well. Stay tuned. We're going to unpack some more of these gems from my boy, Julian. Be right back. Your girl, Dr. Tongie, from the Talk to Tongie show. Are you ready to maximize your business exposure? Of course you are. Why not consider placing an ad right here with me on the Talk to Tongie show on DBS? I am victorious. I can do anything I put my mind to. I am who he says I am. I am strong. I am courageous. I am a go-getter. I am a CEO. I am wealthy. I am very wealthy. I need you to participate, good man. I am very wealthy. Thank you, sir. And because I've spoken it, God has to perform. So I'm going to show up every day, no matter what it looks like. I have faith in Him. And in me. I will be respectful to my elders. And I will respect myself. This is Talk to Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, Talk to Tongie. We're going to do life together. And we are back. Thank you so very much. Man, you just don't understand when I literally get to know that you're watching and I'm engaging with you here and I'm just loving it. T2T Toussaint, you know him? Yes. He says, big up. Thank you, sir. We are really excited and delighted that you're here to hang out with us this evening. Who is he?
She's a lady.
Oh, she's a lady. Shame on me. We're here with none other than the extraordinaire Mr. Julian Toussaint. Yeah. Yes. I just know him as Julian. So, Julian, you are coming to the end of the rope as you know it. And I say that because there's absolutely nothing wrong with working for someone. Let me put that out there, okay? Working with someone. But when you know inside of you that there is something that you gotta do, you gotta get busy doing it, and you have to trust him to do it. So tell us, if you will, sir, you're at that point now where you gotta make some big boy decisions, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
How did you make that transition?
Well, somehow it just came to me. Sometimes, I mean, at work,
Yeah.
I would always meet a lot of persons who are therapists or come into the hotel and so on and so forth, massage therapists, physiotherapists, sports therapists,
Yeah.
because I interact with them,
Okay.
so, and it kind of was intriguing that I was interested in that, unaware what was being said to me by my grandmother, many years ago.
Come on.
And then the interest was there, it was there, and until I became like I really needed a change of environment.
Gotcha.
So I started looking for schools. Well, before that, I used to work in the company where there were many ladies,
Okay.
and I used to go rubbing the shoulders for
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
And then in the wanting to change environment, my partner at the time asked me, well, what do I like to do? I said, well, I want to do marketing.
Okay.
And then she said, well, is there anything else you want to do? I said, well, everybody says I'm good at my hands.
For sure.
So she asked me to try it on her, and I did.
Mm-hmm.
And said that you have something
Come on.
that's there. But this all started with my grandmother. I was at the age of, I remember this very clear.
Okay.
I was at the age of 13.
All right.
And I used to rub her back with what they call fiction. It's like an ointment.
Okay.
And then she said to me, you have great hands.
Oh.
You will do good in this someday. And these were her words. These
This
were
is
just
your grandmother's words.
Yeah, these
Wow.
were just her words to me.
Yeah.
And I never took it for anything until that moment where I really went back and said, but yes, that's what she said to me.
Yeah, man.
And I looked for schools in Florida.
Yeah.
And I got 2 schools.
Mm-hmm.
I was enrolled in one, but before that I had to find a place to stay. And my best friend at the time, he stayed. He was living up there. Well,
Okay.
he still lives up there.
Okay.
And he said to me, I can help you. I can house you. But there will be a few limitations there.
Okay.
I said, well, as long as I have a place to lay my head,
Uh-huh.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And he invited me over, and I, took on my little monies,
Yeah.
and I flew over to Tampa, Florida.
Oh, come on. So you're leaving this amazing place that has shaped you, and this is what you know, and you went from patois to English, and now you're telling me that I've got to get up and juxtapose myself into the unknown.
Yeah.
And I say that, but a lot of times the unknown is so literally scary and debilitating for people.
It was.
What was it? I mean, come on. I mean, we got everything here in Saint Lucia, and you're leaving, but you saw the big picture,
Pretty
and you were
much.
ready to make those sacrifices.
I was already there.
Wow.
When I went to the orientation that
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
I was like, I said to my friend, I think I made the wrong choice. Because they were telling me about anatomy and physiology.
Okay.
I never did that in school before. I don't know. I don't know what this is all about.
Oh,
so I
my
said to him, like,
gosh.
dude, I think I made the wrong choice. He's like, they got your money.
I'm about to say, you're too late now, bro. You kind of got to
So
finish what you
I-
started.
I prayed about it, and I just, focused, and I went to the school.
Yeah.
And the one thing that was really comforting to me,
Okay.
and it was in our packet, and it was written, and it says, if you're not confused by the second day, you're in the wrong place.
Wow.
I remember this like,
If you're
like
not confused by the second day.
you're in the wrong place.
Okay. Huh.
So granted,
Yeah.
it was okay for me not to want not not knowing what I was doing. It's because everybody, I mean, they didn't know what they were doing.
They didn't know.
But they took us from point A to Z, bit by bit, word for word.
Wow.
You know, and I comprehended everything that there was to be comprehended. In the school, there were senior students.
For sure.
And then, you know, they helped us, the juniors.
Okay.
You know, until we became seniors, you know. And one of my challenges was that I wasn't able to work or to provide for myself. So I had to really feed off my little that I had, you know. And it was good, but, you know, I slept on a quilt.
Ouch.
For the entire duration of my course.
Really?
You know, because I really wanted an education.
Come on.
I really wanted a profession. So it didn't matter what I did.
Come on.
You know, as long as I was sheltered.
Yep.
I was eating. I was buying the basic foods in the supermarket. Eating a lot of salads and greens, you know, just the cheapest things. So but I was healthy.
Yeah, yeah.
I was good.
So it was worth the sacrifice. It was worth lying on a carpet, if you will. It was worth not having, you know, what you're used to have what you need, right?
Pretty much.
You get through that, and what's the next order of business?
Well, when I graduated from Suncoast School of Massage School, one of the things they said to us, you need a tool.
Okay.
And that tool was a massage table. So I had a choice to do two things. You know, either I get a massage table or not.
Okay.
I didn't have much money.
Right.
This was $150 for a massage table.
Okay.
And tell you what, I got that massage table. And that massage table is still with me.
Oh, come on.
20 years ago.
No way.
It is still functional. It's brand new. Never recovered.
Are you serious?
That's my piece of art right there.
That's it, baby.
You know, it's still workable. It's still in use.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And that because you're leaving school, you're ready for the world of work.
For sure.
And that profession is to be working for yourself.
Right.
But when I came back home, I started working for an institution.
Okay.
You know, a hotel, that is.
Okay.
In the south of the island. And then, again, challenges again. You know, I don't have a car. You know, I would be on the road, like, you know, 10 o'clock in the night.
Come on.
Trying to get to Castries.
From the south?
Yeah, from the south.
Do you know how dark it is there?
Yeah, very dark.
I would say very much so. Of course you do. Wow. So it just goes to show, and I don't want to rush anything, and I know that, you know, it's going to come to a close, that gubbit, but it just, you are the epitome of what perseverance looks like, what prayer looks like. Because at any moment, seriously, you could have said, you know what? I'm done. I've done it. I did what I'm supposed to do. But you wanted so much more, Julian, that you would walk.
Yeah, I used to walk. I would walk.
On.
I would go to my mom in Choiseul, and the bus would put me in a certain place, and I'd be walking in darkness. You know, just to try to get home.
Come on.
I mean, I knew the area. It's not nothing is going to happen to you, but it's just like, you know. At one point you're in a city in the U.S. and the next point you're walking in bush.
Come on now.
You know, it's like that's a transition there that, you know, it's like you're not used to anymore. But I did what I had to do, and in the period of 6 months, I was able to buy my first car.
Come on, man. How many massages did you give? A lot, huh? So your determination is just, I get it now. I mean, I just want to scream from the rafters. I do, because I'm in the middle. I'm looking at someone who just, you did it. You didn't talk about doing it. You didn't give an excuse why you shouldn't do it or why you couldn't do it, or it'll never happen for me. You went out and got it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing about it is, around me, I attract energies, different people. I've had different people in my life. That's from family to friends to persons, my circle around me.
Okay.
And positivity is key for me.
Would you speak to that, please? Because you said something that we don't get a lot of positivity.
Yeah,
we don't,
positivity is key,
unfortunately.
You have to have the positive mindset.
Yes.
So that you could move on from where you are. If you don't have that mindset, you will remain the same place.
Come on.
Because you have to want it to get it.
Yeah.
And not just wanting it, you have to go get it.
Come on, man.
And when you get it,
yeah,
you have to keep it.
That's it.
And keeping it, make it your own.
Make it your own.
Which is what I have done. I became a licensed massage therapist, and I worked that massage table I bought. That was my business.
Yeah.
That there was my business. I'm working for an establishment, but that piece of tool is my business.
That's your business.
And I started that, moving house to house.
Yeah.
Slowly, and I'm working for the hotel, but I'm doing my own.
Come on, man.
I didn't have a car then. I was still moving, walking to houses sometimes.
Oh, come on, Julian.
In the Rodney Bay area.
Oh, stop that.
Massages.
Wow.
Because hey, I'm home.
You're home.
Yeah. And in doing that, it makes you appreciate it more.
You better believe it. Absolutely.
Until I got my car, I was able to do my thing. But yeah. So coming from being a massage therapist for 20 years, but I also went out to get another career.
All right.
Yeah, which was colonic irrigation.
All right, now, there you go, colonic irrigation. Can I raise my hand and say that I did it? And it really does work. Seriously, it does.
Yeah.
How did you go from rubbing the shoulders and the necks to cleaning out the bowels?
The thing about me is having the love for people.
Come on.
Wanting to help people.
Come on.
And I feel that my journey is to heal people,
Amen.
Help people, and that's what my grandmother instilled in me.
Come on.
I'm a natural healer to help persons out there who need the help.
Yes.
And by doing that, you inspire other persons.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And again, creating my own business with that one table, I just moved from one day to the next. I began sharing space with someone until I moved to another establishment, sharing space with the same person until I was able to move on my own. And I'm still working for an establishment up to current. 16 years now.
Wow.
So, there I have it. I have my own, and I have I'm working for the establishment which I manage the department.
Okay. But of course, of course, this guy is real humble, guys. But I can tell you a thing or two. When I first met you and you were introduced to me by Susie Q. Hey, Susie. How you doing? And she said, I've had neck spasms and back spasms. And she said, there's someone, Doc, that you've got to meet. I'm telling you, the man's hands he's gifted. And it's the truth. You really are gifted with your hands. It's as if you know exactly where to touch. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it resonates really with what you said. You're healing. That is what you bring forth. Healing. And your passion for it is just, it's indescribable.
Yeah, I mean, I love what I do.
Yeah.
What I do is me. And I do it for the love of it.
That's it.
And everything else comes afterwards. I could stand up and do what I do all day.
Yeah.
It's not a job.
Yeah.
It's a profession.
Yeah.
It's what I live for.
Amen.
To help people.
Yeah.
I mean, people come to me with all different issues, and I said to them, I'll give you my best. My best is my best.
Yeah.
And my best is the best.
Yeah.
And my best is the very best.
As it is.
So
I am a living witness. How many years now? Yes, it is. So you're moving, man. You're moving with intention, great intention. Yeah. But there's something else that you like to do, because right before we came on air, someone said, man, I saw you running so fast, I thought the police were going to give you a ticket. What is it that you love doing?
I love sports.
There we go.
I love sports. It's been a passion since I was a child.
Yeah.
When I came to Castries, and I was in the primary school. We had a road race that day, and I didn't have shoes, running shoes. So I started running with my slippers.
Oh, come on.
And when I got quarter way down the road, I realized that I was working, so I took the slippers off my feet and I ran barefooted.
Oh, come on, Julian.
And I literally won the race.
Barefooted.
Barefooted.
So
yeah.
Anyone who says, I ain't got no shoes, this man did it barefooted. Come on, what you doing? I'm messing with you now, but wow, the love of running and just sports in general. Wow, man. What else is it that you do that perhaps the general public does not know? I mean, you're a tour guide, right?
Well, I have a nature, how should I put it, a nature business.
A nature business. This man is full of business. Oh my God.
It's called the 758 Adventures. You know, we take people out there, you know, to help them see Saint Lucia, discover what they're not seeing. We take them out there just for the love of it, you know. What else do I do? I do martial arts. Like
martial arts.
We try to inspire discipline into the young children. You know, you don't just do martial arts just because you want to learn to fight.
Gotcha.
You want to do martial arts because you want to be disciplined, and that's one of the things that have kept me grounded throughout the years, because I began martial arts at a very early age.
Yeah.
And that has kept me grounded throughout the years. You know, I have represented the island on a few occasions. You know, and we did well in many occasions. But that itself, is the backbone right there.
Yeah.
Karate.
The
discipline.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be disciplined enough to be able to walk away from certain situations.
Absolutely.
You know.
You spoke a lot right there. You know that, don't you? You have to be disciplined to walk away from certain situations.
Yeah.
So a lot of what we're seeing now in society, and I'm not bashing any society, because I believe the cusp of everything, the foundation is love, making love your greatest aim. You're disciplined enough to say, you know what, it's not worth it. I'll walk away.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Wow.
I mean, basically, right now, I am pretty much grounded.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, from where I came from to where I am now. And basically, it's just to tell persons that, you know, the sky is the limit.
Yes.
You know, I strongly believe that your attitude determines your altitude.
Come on.
That tells how far you go.
Yes.
You know, you don't just want it, but you got to go get it.
You got to go get it.
So where I am today, I'm very thankful for all the persons that have been in my life, from my grandmother downwards, everyone that has been a part of my life until today.
Yeah.
You know, friends, family, you know, everybody around me.
Yes.
Who are positive, you know, in that sense, that keeps me going.
Amen.
That makes me want to do more.
And
that's where I am today. That's, you know, that's why I'm successful, I would say.
Absolutely,
in that sense, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's me.
That's you, man. You know, they're telling me time to wrap up. I'm like, oh man, we're just getting started. But Julian, if you could say parting words to that young man or that young woman right there who's watching, and they're saying, I hear what you're saying. I get it, Julian. You've had really good people like Julie, Charlemagne. She says, hi, stay focused. Your childhood friend. Big up. And someone says, my mother was not playing when it came to work ethic, boy. You know who that is, don't you? What would you say to that beautiful soul that's saying, I get it, but man, I'm tired, man. They're giving me a hard time in school and they're not understanding where I'm coming from. What would you say?
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
Don't give up. You know, the sky is the limit. Your future. Listen to me. Everyone's journey is different.
Yes.
Your journey. You got to find what you were made for.
Yeah.
I believe everyone is made for something.
Come on.
You know. So.
Yes, sir.
Your journey is your journey.
Amen.
I have found my journey.
Yes.
I'm following that path.
Yeah.
To get to the next level and the next level and the next
right.
level. So, again, discipline is key. You have to be disciplined for you to be able to transition to the other level. So you have to be disciplined, and you got to find that the inner you.
Amen.
To stay focused. You got to be strong.
Wow.
And finding positive people to help you, to nurture you, to talk to you, to befriend you. This is the things that I didn't do it alone.
Yeah.
I did it for a whole family behind me.
Come on.
You know, and they're watching. I mean, a whole family.
Yeah.
Amen. And they're very proud. They're very proud of who I became today.
Of course they
you
are.
know, and I'm thanking them for taking me in and doing the transition, the transformation that they did to me.
Amen.
You know, because right now, if my field, I help a lot of youngsters, a lot of young persons who are into therapy. They do their schooling and they come to me for internships, and I mentor them.
Oh,
and quite a few of them have become professional therapists as far as owning their own businesses.
Come on.
You know, so I help them do that, you know. And I do that at my office as well, as JT Healing Therapy, that is.
All right now, so tell everyone, because they're gonna get me. Sorry, Linda, we just showing out on screen tonight. Would you tell everyone how they can stay engaged with you, how they can book an appointment with you, whether it's a colonic or getting a massage?
You can follow us on Instagram, JT Healing Therapy, and the information is there, and you can link us up, and we will take it from there.
Wonderful. I cannot thank you enough. You, you and you and you and you, man. Thank you so very much for living the life, for being the example. Thank you for not quitting. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for crying and praying and getting angry and throwing temper tantrums, but still got up and did what you were supposed to do.
Very much so.
Amen. Thank you, Saint Lucia. I could say it until I'm blue in the face. Thank you so very much for making my dreams come true. If this was my last evening with you, and my daddy said, time's up, it's time for you to come up a little higher, I can literally tell him, thank you for allowing me to be in a country that knows how to love, that knows how to help, and that says, you know what, I am my brother's keeper. I love you so very much. Keep doing what you're doing. If we've inspired you or motivated you in any kind of way, drop us a line or two. Talk to Tongie on all social media platforms. And for those who want to give, I've got a GoFundMe campaign going on. Yep, my shameless plug, 30 seconds. www.drtongieshow.com on all social media platforms. You can find me. Give $1, give $2, 25 cents, give a prayer. But whatever you do, don't give up. I love you, man, to the moon and the stars. The Lord say the same, and the creek don't rise. We gonna do this thing again right here on DBS, 8 o'clock. Talk to Tongie. Mwah! Till next time, bye.
You remember my eyes. We were known to get both better.